Gets another chance. Nicky Boyer is in as spinner. Fani de Villiers, Alan Donald, and the batting that's performed so outstandingly for South Africa. Big match is all ready to happen. Let's go to the commentary box and join Ravi Shastri and Trevor Quirk.
Thank you very much, Hasha, and what an incredible atmosphere there is in the stadium already. The two opening batsmen out there, Sachin Tendulkar with his new partner, Sanjay Manjrekar, who got 100 just the other day in a one-day match, and the atmosphere absolutely vibrant here at the Wankhede Stadium. 45,000 people packed in. Great anticipation. The big day has arrived. The stage is set.
It's been a long time since Bombay's got a game as big as this, and it's just about to start.
Right on the spot, Fani de Villiers operating from the Tata end.
The reason why the batsman doesn't have anything written behind his shirt is because he's been drafted into the side pretty late. He's come in for just this big game. Sanjay Manjrekar replacing Navjot Sidhu, a player with enormous potential.
But that's been his problem, straying down the leg side in the two matches he's played so far in this Titan Cup, and again he does it, and it affords Tendulkar the opportunity to get off the mark with a couple.
Yes, Tendulkar would like to get into his stride as quickly as possible. We saw him on the lookout for runs in that game against Australia at Mohali from the very beginning. Makes such a big difference if he gets off to a good start in the first 15 overs.
That's a beautiful shot through the covers for four. There was just a suggestion of way swing there for Klusener, but it was beautifully dealt with by Tendulkar.
Well, this is a terrific shot. There was a little bit of movement, like what Trevor Quirk said, but then you've got to get that front foot out as much as possible to the pitch of the ball, and in the end, he just strokes it. Don't try and hit it too hard. Just eases it through the offside. Lovely shot.
Glorious shot for a man who's only faced a couple of balls.
Presenting the new generation.
Finding the gap.
Now the two umpires have had a word to each other, and now umpire Venkat Raghavan has had a chat to Hansi Cronje, and he's going over to the crowd. I think it might have been the boot of the drinks trolley was open and was causing some sort of reflection. Everybody seems to be happy now. Hansi's taken up his position in the covers, but still that short, fine leg remains up at the edge of the circle. And he gets outside the off stump again, but this time too far, and it's called wide. And this is whipped away, back to the square. There's a long run and a hopeless one. It's four more, beautifully timed by Tendulkar. And two boundaries, back to the square on the onside of Klusener, spoiling all the good work that he had got up to. 6 overs bowled, 23 for no wicket. Might have to hurry on that one. What a throw.
They're always hitting the stumps, and that can be very, very dangerous if you're a batsman, because it causes you to lose that little fraction of a second can make all the difference.
Well, the umpire hasn't called to help him with this decision. He's made it on his own, quite rightly so.
Gary Kirsten, fielder there. He's got him, but it's very well taken by Dave Richardson, who's so often been the silent man of this South African side. That was very, very well taken by Richardson, and India have lost their comeback man, Sanjay Manjrekar.
Well, there is the wicket that they would have liked. 1 in the first 10 is always pretty crucial. This bounces just a little bit on Mandrake. He looks to run it. It's almost off the face of the bat. Beautifully caught by David Richardson. So the man who wanted to impress, 7 of 31 balls. India 34 for 1.
So Javagal Srinath comes in again at number 3, and he's come in because Sanjay Mandrake has had slightly difficult time up at the top of the order against Fani de Villiers. He's trying to run that ball down. Fairly valid one-way shot. It's just that he got it so close to Dave Richardson. Such an outstanding wicketkeeper.
What's interesting there is that de Villiers definitely tried to bowl a slower ball. He cut his fingers across and he got that extra little bit of bounce with that. Something to watch for the future.
It's gone for 4. You don't see that very often from Fani de Villiers. Fine leg was up. Just drifted down leg side. And Srinath is making quite a career for himself at number 3. Picks up 4.
I can't remember the last time I saw de Villiers guide a ball anywhere near leg stump. That certainly is. He'll be livid with him. It hurts him when he gets hit for 4. He doesn't like it. Well played, Javagal Srinath. He's got a bonus of 3 already.
Certainly beat the bat. Maybe just a little too high. Pretty good shot there. After 10 overs, it's 38 for 1.
But there it goes through there, so can't have everyone everywhere. Only got 11. 2 of them are operative in bowling and keeping wicket. There's only 9 left. You just weigh up your options and choose them. Good fielding from Kirsten to save the 4. A little bit of footwork.
Did you give him 1 on a ground fielding chart, Robin, for that?
Yeah, I would.
More changes in the field. So the closing catcher on the offside gone now. There's Andrew Hudson coming out, almost forming a coordinate shot mid-wicket. I don't think it's there for the flick. I want to say it might be for the rising ball. Oh, what a catch! What a catch! You won't see another like that, I promise you. Fani de Villiers has plucked off an absolutely sensational catch.
Oh, goodness me, that's a bonus wicket for Alan Donald. He shouldn't be bowling down there, although he's put 2 in that short mid-wicket area. He didn't want to bowl it this fine, because it's 4 with a fine leg up, normally. But watch this. Brilliant. Brilliant camera work, brilliant catching. Javagal Srinath fails this time as the pinch hitter. India 43 for 2 in 11 overs.
Azharuddin, the new batsman, he's come in because Fani de Villiers has produced an absolutely sensational catch.
And one more look at it. Donald down the leg side, no off spinner there, off the face of the bat. Most goalkeepers would be pleased to see that. Wonderful, wonderful catching.
So that's what Sanjay Mandrake was trying to do. That's what Azharuddin has done. I don't think Fani de Villiers liked it very much, but that was wonderfully played. If you get it wide with the wicket-keeper, it's going to be 4. The danger lies in playing it too fine, as Mandrake did.
De Villiers will say that he's actually given him a little bit too much width, but because that was played down there, it wasn't edged. Azharuddin is such a superb player off his pads that your margin for error in terms of your line is minimal. It's literally an inch outside off stump to about 4 inches outside off stump, and that wasn't much more than 4 inches, and he still got it away for 4.
First ball for 4. Coming off the top innings of 94 against Australia at Mohali. That'll be 4 more. The fielder there for the shot. Azharuddin kept going with the shot. He hit it well enough for 4. The crowd is delirious as Fishy comes up in the 12th over.
I'm not sure why he's moved into that shorter, bigger position. And it goes past that man. And that's what he's been trying to do. Whipping wide at square leg, a man at back at square leg, a man at mid-wicket, and you have to get it spot on to go to the boundary, and Tendulkar got it spot on.
Good little partnership here building up between Tendulkar and Mohammad Azharuddin. We saw in the last over from Simcox, Tendulkar getting the sweep shot out. It was clever cricket by him because every time Simcox bowled outside the off stump, Tendulkar knew that he can't be out like before, and by sweeping he would find the gap between deep mid-wicket and square leg. Played away on the offside for another single. It's been a good tournament for the Indian captain. 300 runs in this series for him. He's too short of his 50 here.
So much for those who wondered whether captaincy would affect the way that he bats. Almost an automatic statement made nowadays. As soon as a new captain is given the mantle, everybody says, well, do you think it's going to affect his play? He certainly hasn't shown that.
And obviously by people with very short memories. Out for a catch behind, and he's gone. Mickey Boy has done it for South Africa. Big breakthrough, getting the wicket of Mohammad Azharuddin. And India losing their third wicket.
Critical wicket this for South Africa. A little bit of turn from Boye. You heard the tiny little nick. Well caught by Richardson. And Azharuddin on his way for a nicely played 26. And India stuttering a fraction at 91 for 3.
New man in, Rahul Dravid, who comes in at the fall of Mohammad Azharuddin's wicket. Tendulkar, the man on strike. Simcox, the bowler. Get a single here, and 50 as well. It's been a fine innings by the Indian captain. Again, getting India off to a good start. It's important now for him to carry on right through till the end of this inning.
That's something we were just discussing, weren't we? Just saying how handy it was to have the wise head of Azharuddin out there with him. Not that he should need that. He's played enough cricket himself. But it does just help a little bit. This is how Azharuddin was dismissed. Just enough turn, I think, looking to run it a little bit down towards third man instead of giving it the full face of the bat, but well caught by Richardson.
And Rahul Dravid off the mark straight away. And a midfield there gives the Indians a rare boundary. You don't see that happening with the South African fielders. Connie de Villiers, the fielder.
He's picking that up down on the net wickets. I don't know whether he got a bad bobble in the old creases there. No excuses.
A shot taken from the Crew Hotel, the Oberoi, across the water. You can see Malabar Hill.
So that's sensible umpiring. The crowd want a wide, and I've seen deliveries like this called wide already, but this is pitched outside off stump and turned, and that's fair enough. That's nicely played too.
That's beautifully played by Tendulkar. Kept his eyes on the ball and played it very late. Deliberate shot. And the Indian 100 coming up with those 3 runs. Look how he watches it till the last minute and then opens the face of the blade. Cheeky, but effective.
So the time the batsman is sweeping, Won't have to sweep that. That's way outside off stump. That's a poor delivery in the context. Brilliant fielding. Saved him some runs. Now there's some fun on. No, safe. Well, a great bit of cricket in the end. Great fielding from Daryl Cullinan. The umpire is asking whether everybody's happy with the fact that there wasn't anything on the line when he had the ball in his hand. Have a look. No, that looks pretty safe to me. So the one poor delivery is punished, but 1 run saved. A good over, 109 for 3.
India should have the right sort of platform from where they can press the pedal on the accelerator. And good running like that would certainly help.
Rhodes the fielder, so you've got to say there must be a run and a half. Wonderful pick up and throw, such a quick release. Richardson destroys the stump, removing it from the ground. That's the one with the camera in it as well.
The Indian captain, along with Dravid, going along nicely. Dravid on strike. And they're going for it. Umpire Venkatraman not interested.
I'm not really that surprised. Straight off the knee.
Get a single this time.
That's a more convincing looking shot, and it's going to bring the best out of third man, who can't get round to cut it off, and so that's 4 runs.
Yes, that's much better batting.
Is he caught? He is. He's caught by Hansi Cronje in the covers, and Tendulkar is out. And that's a big wicket for the South Africans and a big blow to India. And Tendulkar is gone.
Well, you can mark that dismissal down to the previous ball. Tendulkar felt that he should have got 4 off the previous ball. With long hop, he tracked it straight to Jonty Rhodes. So a little frustrated, he went for the 4 over cover and only managed to hit it into the hands of Hansi Cronje. 137 for 4.
About to start his 8th. Bowled a maiden just before the drinks break. He's 3rd in 7 overs, which is quite remarkable in one-day international cricket. Starts with a slower one. Bowls so many of them, and it's tapped quietly to mid-wicket.
Yes, that's tremendous figures there from Fani de Villiers. 3 maidens in 7 overs. His first 2, and then his 7th were the maidens. He really is the most accurate bowler in one-day cricket, Fani, day in, day out.
Now, a little bit of a reverse swing, I think, there for Fani de Villiers. The ball is now 37 overs old, and he and Donald are very capable of getting a reverse swing in the latter stages of a one-day innings.
The amazing thing about Fani is it doesn't matter what sort of delivery he's bowling, whether he's trying to swing the ball or whether he's slowing up the pace, he always remains accurate.
An awful shot, but he was deceived again by Fani de Villiers, and Dravid has been bowled, and now things are swinging a little South Africa's way.
On this occasion, it was the slower delivery, the off cutter from Fani de Villiers, inside edge onto leg stump. And as I mentioned,
He's able to bowl a variety of deliveries, and he doesn't lose any accuracy with them. That's a terrific blow being struck by Fani de Villiers. India won 47 for 5.
Ajay Jadeja is the new bat, and a lot depends on him now if India are going to get anywhere near the 240 mark, 250, which they were hoping to get, and he gets a beamer. Well, H to H, hand to head. Fani laughs at slip. He's not the sort of man that would do a thing like that deliberately.
That's the first time I've ever seen Fani inaccurate, I think. One just got away from him completely. Not only was it a dangerous low-flying object for the batsman, but it wasn't all that easy for the wicketkeeper either. The ball bouncing just in front of Dave Richardson. He was struggling to get a glove on it.
That'll help the Indian run rate, the rate at which they're getting runs. Not happy at all. No fast bowler likes to call for no bowling.
No, but if you get an odd no ball in between and score like this, I don't think you're too unhappy. You might be a little narked that you overstepped. Oh, what a mess they're making of it. Oh,
What a throw! What a throw! It has to be Jonty Rhodes. Robin Singh was a pretty good fielder himself, completely stranded. He could have been a little boy lost in the desert there. That was outstanding. No reaction from the crowd.
Well, this run out just about sums up the frustration of the Indian batsmen. They're being penned down, no runs given to them. They're trying to sneak run, shall I, shan't I go, will I, won't I? And by the time he's made up his mind, Jonty Rhodes has just fired away, knocked all the stumps out, and said, keep on walking back to the dressing room, Robin Singh. 153 for 6.
We lose another ball. How often has that happened in this series? As a result of that, dismissal rather of Robin Singh, we've got Nayan Mongia in. 11 overs left. Just take a look at the run out and look how desperately helpless Robin Singh is. Well, we had a suggestion when Dravid and Robin Singh were batting that one of them would get run out. Robin Singh did. Now look at the number of people down this list who've gone for under 4 and over. Fani de Villiers, outstanding. Alan Donald, Nicky Boyer. It's well enough for 4. That's why Jadeja is so crucial to India's fortunes over the next 8 overs.
Well, one of the few really bad balls, just a slow lollipop full toss going down leg side. They haven't bowled many bad balls, though. Not too easy, look. Oh, dear, there was nearly another chance.
Simcox is running after it. Luckily for him, Ian Chappell's not on air. There might have been an unkind reference to his age otherwise. He's just got the feeling he lost it for a while because he's normally a good fielder, Simcox.
Well, he went for the catch, and whenever you go for the catch, I never really blame fielders. It's a good attitude to take to go and try and make the catch. If you miss it, then obviously the batsman gets a few extra runs. But I'd sooner feel as if I was captain, go and try and get somebody out. I think very good captain Raymond Illingworth used to say, I won't blame you if you try and catch it. 9 off the over, that's a good one. 175 for 6.
taken and dropped, and I think the problem out there was the rope.
It looked as if he did.
I was asked another question. I thought he had the ball under control. I reckon the batsman's out. He's caught it. He's got that under control. Now he throws it. He's out. Got to be out. He must be out. Well, in my opinion, the fieldsman had the ball under control. I'd have to have a look at the law, but I think the important thing is that you control the ball. In my opinion, Klusener's caught that, and he's got it under control. There's no way it's coming out of his hand until he drops it to stay from going over the rope. Now that one's well and truly over. A spectator will catch that.
This is the danger of Jadeja. He's done it often enough before. This is a wonderful strike. Way up into the crowd. Has brought this capacity crowd alive. Tremendous shot.
And that one's gone into the crowd as well. Boyer, unhappy, kicks the dirt.
Well, Geoffrey Boycott was saying just now that one good over can turn a game round. Is this the one good over that's turning it round for India? One over mid-wicket. That was saved from going to 6 by some innovative fielding. One over long on, one over long off. Wonderful hitting from AJ Jadeja.
Well, he took, in the World Cup, he took to Waqar Younis in the last couple of overs and murdered him in Bangalore. And Jadeja will retain the strike. 198 for 6.
Opinion that you've got it under control and therefore he can take over and give it out, or you state that the fielder must remain within the boundary rope throughout the game. If you make that the rule, then this is obviously not out. But if you've got to say, well, is it one step too many or one step too little? It looks a bit different in normal time. Some wonderfully quick thinking from the boy catching the ball. But as you say, Ian, it could be crucial. A few runs came after that.
I must say, if you look at Klusener, he wasn't thinking about it being out, because all he was interested in was getting back to pick up the ball and fire it back in. But I don't believe I've heard anywhere now. Look, he catches it. Now it's one pace, 2 paces, and then he throws the ball away. If that's not under control, and I'm sure that's basically what the law says, that the fieldsman has got to control it. And this is going to fall safe. That brings up the 200 for India. Coming in the 47th over. Bounce it long on, Boyer, and he takes it comfortably. Mistimed that one, Mongia. Tony de Villiers having a very good day.
Nice running catch from Boyer. Never all that easy when you're running pretty much flat out. Mongia looking to hit it high and handsome, as is his partner in the last few balls, but not anything like clearing the rope and a comfortable catch made. 15 off 22 balls. Nice contribution to the partnership. 204 for 7. I guess, Ian, you'll quick thinking, an idea of chucking it up in the air is also refuted by the law, isn't it? If he leaves the field of play at any stage, whether the ball's still up in the air or not, nips back in again, I guess the umpires can still say that's not out. It seems fairly categoric there that you've got to stay inside the boundary rope at all times, unless you're just collecting the ball from halfway back.
Sunil Joshi is the new batsman. Yeah, you might be able to argue a little more with the umpire, but I think in the end you'd go down the mine. Good over there from Fani de Villiers, 2:05 for 7. 2:05 for 7, India, after 48 overs. Alan Donald, who's beat the bat a lot in today's game, just got the one wicket.
South Africa won't mind Jadeja getting singles. There's Mongia going for his big hit. A bit low on the bat. Never really got it into the sweet part, Boye. Doing the clearing up at long on. I say South Africa won't be too fussed about Jadeja getting singles. It's boundaries they want to stop from him. But now, having got the new batsman, Joshi, down that end, they'll also want to bowl some dot balls at him. And with only one fielder saving one on the onside, that's not going to be that easy. Quite a tough call. The batsman jumped outside the leg stump to give himself some room. See where the ball pitches. Pitched on pretty short, gone away. I suppose where it finished had to be called. Ian Chappell's mention here is the perimeter. Oh no, it isn't, because there it is. It's just now beginning to try to work, and the field is well within that.
Cronje. That Jadeja is safely home for the single, and that's what India want. They need the big hitter on strike as much as possible. Not too easy to belt Alan Donald down the ground. He's bowling at quite a lively pace, apart from when he delivers the slower one. Jonty, and they will get one run now. Jonty really spoiled a good bit of work. He didn't have to fire at the stumps. His job there was to get it to Richardson, who was up there to take it. And to be fair to Jonty, he had a shot at a run out, but I think really in that situation with no one backing up, the job was to get it to the keeper.
What could compound that is if Jadeja hits this straight back over Donald's head for 4. Last ball.
And this will fall safely. It's gone very high. .212 for 7.
The SEAT cricket
wickets today, as we've seen from him in the past, but runs per over there, just 3.6. And that's a pretty tidy performance. Could easily have had Jadeja out for the last ball off that Skyer. Fani de Villiers with the last over.
Well, to date, Fani de Villiers has bowled 9 overs and 1 ball. Taken 2 for 26. That's sort of mesh of those figures. Indonesia make. I think if he's going to strike it out of the ground, it's going to be straight rather than square of the wicket. We've seen him, as Ian mentioned, we've seen him take Waqar Younis apart.
That's well worth a shout. Barney's a little disappointed that he didn't get the decision.
Let's have a look and see why. Yeah, I can see why. See middle and leg stump there. It hasn't struck him on the pad outside the line, because of how far he's got forward. Was swinging in, so it might still have missed leg stump. If the umpire's unsure, he's got to do the right thing and give the player in.
And it long on. Oh, and he's misjudged it. Badly misjudged there. The ball's bounced inside the rope. Andrew Hudson in that position.
Now, when it goes over your head and doesn't go for 6, it's very embarrassing.
I don't know what happened there, because he seemed to have it under control. He seemed to be in the right position, then came forward at the last moment. He was quite well struck by Sunil Joshi. You see there, Hudson realises that he's made a blunder. He really should have had that covered quite easily. Certainly should have got 2 hands on it.
So 1 ball to go. 2:19. I always felt he in 2:30. To bowl well and fielded well was going to be a bit of a struggle, the way the wicket turned, and I think we might see a few more deliveries from the seam has disturbed the surface as the game goes on. Reasonably competitive in terms of the pitch, maybe, and the big occasion.
That's well bowled. Barney de Villiers right in the block hole. India making 220 from their 50 overs. South Africa really, or rarely should I say, let the opposition get away from them. Barney does the job at the start of the innings, and then he makes it difficult for the batsman at the end. 2 for 32 from his 10. In fact, 3 for 32 from his 10. And South Africa generally keep the opposition under control. Sachin Tendulkar top scoring with 67, and Jadeja adding a very useful 43 there off 42 deliveries. He does a terrific job in that situation in the late overs. So India 220 for 7. That'll be competitive, but you would have to think that South Africa should be able to get those to win the final. South Africa, Barney de Villiers, 3 maidens in 10 overs. His first 2 were maidens. His 7th was also a maiden. 3 for 32. He might get his wish today. He said bowlers don't often win Man of the Match awards. He might get his wish today.
Darling, I'm going to be late.
And strike, Andrew Hudson. Already the crowd cheering the Indian team. One thing for sure is that if India do get off to a good start, you'll have a vociferous crowd behind them.
And that's his strength. Square of the wicket on both sides off the back foot, and if you overdo it and get it up too far to him, he'll drive you back down the ground as well.
And this one's gone into the fence like a tracer bullet. Any width for Andrew Hudson, and he's going to pounce on it. Not only does he cut well, he's a very good puller and hooker. So the Indians will be looking to make him play more of the front foot. That's a better line. And it's Prasad. Long chase here for Srinath. And that's a good stop. Enough time for the South Africans to come back for the second. That was well played in the end by Kirsten.
Half-edged, guided. Nicely picked up.
In the air, and he's gone. Venkatesh Prasad has again deceived Hudson with the slow ball. He said he bowls it beautifully, and he's done exactly that here to fox the batsman. And South Africa lose their first wicket.
Now, that's not the first time that he's got Hudson out in exactly that manner. Ball comes through the air so slowly at him, and Andrew Hudson has got to make up his mind either to stop it altogether, which is very difficult to do. Look how he stops the shot. He must be better off going through with it, even if the ball just goes higher. It might not go any further, but it might get higher and make the catch a bit harder. Hudson out. India breakthrough. South Africa 19 for 1.
So the pinch hitter, Lance Klusener, comes out to the middle. Because another superb slower delivery from Venkatesh Prasad got the wicket of Andrew Hudson. Did not pick it up, stopped the shot, and a simple catch to Mohammad Azharuddin. Just what the Indians wanted, to lift them up, an early wicket. And now they'll have the crowd behind them. And a single straight away to get off the mark. It's 20 for no loss. 20 for 1 in fact.
Well, that's 4 runs. Klusener, as Ravi Shastri said a moment ago, has come in as a pinch hitter, but he would like to be recognized as a genuine batsman and not just a pinch hitter like Srinath or, say, Pat Simcox. And he made that very good 88, remember, in the first match that he played in this Titan Cup, and or the last match he played, and that was a good shot.
Well, I think they need a mid-on, because I watched him before, Cruz, and he tends to hit to the onside, mid-on with wicket. And you've got to think of also getting him out with the slips in the gully, but you've also got to remember he hits this area all the time. Most left-handers like to hoik it a little bit, and whatever Klusener says about his batting, I think he's quite a useful player, but I wouldn't call him an out-and-out batsman. He is a little bit of a striker and very good at it. I wouldn't like to, be too critical, because I think he's very good.
Kirsten wanted the run, but he's back in time. And Manjrekar dashing in there, hitting the stumps underarm too. In the leg gully, and suddenly the stadium comes alive, and South Africa in the spot above it, 29 for 2.
Well, I think that was fully deserved, that wicket. Srinath and Prasad in particular, bowl really good line. He's deliberately been bowling cutters, and he's just slipped it off the face, straight to the man at leg gully. And that's an intelligent field placing, good bowling, and South Africa now 29 for 2.
Scored an average of just over 60, including that fine 106 when he made at Jaipur. Oh, there's an appeal for a catch at the wicket here, and the umpire says no. If he didn't nick it, he must have come very close.
Well, he's got 9 lives today, as Gary Kirsten. He's played and missed and played and missed.
This is a much better shot from Gary Kirsten, and he gets 4 runs, one of his favourite shots. He plays it well, he's strong there, but he also gets out there sometimes. One a little while ago went past gully, catchable height, that's 4.
Well, I'll give him credit, that was a good shot. Played it down deliberately, played it a little later than some of the other wafts he's had at him in fresh air shots, and he just nicely glided that away, used the pace of the ball.
One of the better fielders, Jadeja. He batted so nicely today, making a very valuable 43 not out of 42 balls. Kumbli's also a man in at forward short leg as well as a slip. Quite an attack to the field. Nice take by Mongia down the leg side. That's a beautiful shot, and it's going to go all the way to end things first over, and South Africa 48 for 2 now.
He's gone up in the field, he's given him. So Kumble has struck. Kirsten just looking around for a while, turned his head, saw umpire Ramaswamy's finger was out. Crowd goes up again. Doesn't look quite happy. It would be a very interesting replay, this one. But we go down in the books with 3 wickets down.
Dravid, the man at short leg, he was pretty convinced that there was a hit there. So was the umpire. That W's and catches very inconclusive at times. All that matters is the umpire thought it was out. Kirsten is on his way.
Jonty Rhodes is in the thick of it right away. He'll pick up 2. After 13, it's 51 for 2.
Well, that's what they are, 58 for 3 after 15 overs, and this is by far their worst performance in the first 15 overs.
A suggestion that they might go in for a second run. So a lot happening in that one ball. Ball going over the head of the man at mid-wicket. With 2 men for that shot, incidentally. It's just a suggestion that Cullinan wanted a second and Rhodes didn't. Luckily, he hadn't gone too far down. Now the close. Probably just drifting down the leg side. Umpire Venkatragan always has a little right smile when he's saying no.
Jonty Rhodes does get quite a long way across, but on this occasion the ball would have clearly gone down leg side.
Oh, that's the second time in successive overs that Cullinan played a shot like that.
Cullinan is a player with a lot of skill, but I reckon he makes many mental errors when he's batting. And I think one of the mental errors that he makes on a fairly regular basis, he doesn't take into account the condition of the pitch and play accordingly. And the batsmen, particularly the top-class batsmen, are very quick to sum up the conditions. He's not.
After 16 overs, it's 60 for 3. Now
back up in the air. Somebody's got to get under it. He's looking down for a start, but he completes the catch all right. The Sunil Joshi for just a minute looks away, till the fielder adjacent to him, but as Robin saying, that's my catch, he said, and then he completed it quite easily. So South Africa lose wicket number 4.
Well, there have been a few signs of jitters in the South African batting. And here's a big sign of jitters. Jonty Rhodes attempting to lock Kumble down the ground. The ball nowhere near the half volley. And he succeeds in skying the catch to Joshi. South Africa 60 for 4.
So Hansie Cronje walks right into a crisis for South Africa. Just seen Jonty Rhodes get out. Solomon slipped a bit dangerously too. Take a look at how Jonty Rhodes got out.
Yes, the batting has been a bit jittery of late, the last few overs. And I think signs of panic there from Jonty Rhodes. He decided he wanted to get some easy runs, picked the wrong delivery, and hold out to Joshi. So Kumble, as he's done throughout this series, striking for India.
But South Africa's never really found themselves in any hold in this tournament. They've always played from the front. They've always played in winning positions. So it'll be interesting to see their attitude coming out of this situation. We've got 2 top order batsmen in Cronje and Solomon in. With a big appeal. Umpire Venkat Pragman's decided he's seen it well enough not to need the help of the electronic eye.
And a mistake by Mongia, I would dare suggest. Perhaps maybe, to be fair, the touch off the plate for the umpire. No, in fact, he gave it wide. Well, I suppose the wicketkeeper can say, well, they were wide, but in a test match, you'd be disappointed.
Well, this is a poor delivery from Joshi. Outside the leg stump, trying to get some extra spin.
Only having lost 3 games in 1996. Chance to run out here if he hit. In fact, there's a bit of a stumble by Cronje. The umpire has not even asked for the third umpire. I think he may have stumbled about a metre or so before the popping crease. 74 for 4. Lovely shot of the stadium. This is what happened last ball. In fact, he did a bit of a stumble there as he fell there, but I'm not sure whether Mongia had the ball or not. There's the ball out of Mongia's glove. And that's what saved the South African captain. He just had a bit of a fit and stumble about a metre to go. Lovely big swing, he's right out stump, and the bowler hasn't got behind the stump. Well, Cardinal sin for Singh.
Well, this is a mistake by Robin Singh. Didn't get the basics right. Should have been behind the stumps here. And that would have been straight on top of the stumps from Jadeja.
There he goes again. Now that's the problem with the reverse sweep, a top edge or a glove. Hansie Cronje is batting at the same end as the commentary box, so the replay will show whether it was a glove or a top edge.
Sunil Joshi has to be patient here, just hold his line. South Africans are trying to experiment, trying to improvise a bit, clearly coming off the forearm. Times you can get carried away when you pick up early wickets and you're on top.
And lovely shot through the covers. And in fact, no sweeper because the men are in the circle. 6 men inside the circle, and therefore to get through the field you get rewarded.
And again, giving himself room, and this time he gets it right. But the batsman is Cullinan, not Cronje, and that was beautifully played. The important thing is when you do move outside leg stump, give yourself room. You should try and move as late as possible.
Wide, pretty easy one there. Umpire Venkat.
So if you do find the gap, there are runs there for the taking.
He's in the air, he's hit it straight in the air, and men are calling each other out. And a safe catch, and another great catch as far as the result is concerned for Joshi. He's a very good catcher of the cricket ball, and the Indians are pleased as punch. The pressure on Hunzi finally told.
Well, you could see it coming. He was looking to improvise virtually of every delivery. And here, it's a wild slog at this one, doesn't get it right, and again a good catch by Sunil Joshi. These are pressure catches, and he's done well. South Africa lose their 5th wicket. 84 runs on the board.
Presenting a
Compared to the one that he took before, what it means is that South Africa have lost Nicky Boyer, and surely they can't get out of this mess now.
Azhar has certainly been in a catching mood today. 3rd one for him. This is number 102. And it was a fairly easy one, but he does make them look very easy. Azhar got into position very quickly. India right on top now with South Africa at 96 for 7.
Pat Simcox has come in to fall off Nicky Boyer's wicket. Certainly hit something on its way. Mongia did all the difficult work. He got there, got a left glove to it, and he'd be disappointed.
And certainly come off the bat. Good footwork there from Mongia, but just couldn't quite get it in the middle of the glove. I think another important thing that he's added to the Indian side is he looks like a man with a pretty decent temperament, Robinson, when he bowls. He looks pretty relaxed. He doesn't appear to be fazed by any situation. And he also, as a bowler, he appears to have a plan in mind all the time. He's got some field placings. When he comes on to bowl, he's got some field placings that he wants. And you always get the impression that he has a plan in mind.
Might just find a gap. He does. Robinson did a very good job as captain of Tamil Nadu last year. Very deep-thinking cricketer. From 16 balls, Simcox has got 1 from 7. Clearly takes Darryl Cullinan out. 31 from 50 balls. There's not much to see in that scorecard. Gary Kirsten was looking good again. 23 from 42. But those 2 wickets of Hudson and Klusner to Venkatesh Prasad really ruined today for South Africa. That's a good shot. Fielders are in. He found a gap. It's going to be 4.
That's his favourite shot, Dave Richardson. He likes to play the cut.
Quite a few other South African supporters. Again, a huge hit. My goodness, he's really collected. This one has Pat Simcox, and that's maximum.
Yeah, that's a good strike, and fortunately, Srinath bowling a couple of off-cutters. So Simcox is hitting with the spin, and he's got a better chance of hitting Srinath. There he is, rolling his fingers, so the ball's coming into him. That's what I mean about thinking about what you're doing. Nothing wrong with having a strike, but try and hit with the spin.
Well, it was beautifully followed, that ball as it crashed into the scoreboard. Good, great camera work. It's like following a golf ball. It was one of the South African cameramen, I believe, Rian Myberg. Let's have another look at it. Just watch how he follows this. There she goes. And bang, into 123 the total. Great shot, great bit of camera work. turned away on the onside this time and brings up a fairly squarish fine leg and just get the single. Struggled on this particular pitch. Tendulkar making a good 67, a very valuable 43 not out from 42 balls by Jadeja. That's what boosted them ultimately to that target when it looked as though they might well get just around 200. Even that would have been quite a task for South Africa on this particular pitch. It's a pity that the pitch can have such a big say in a one-day match and in a way spoil a spectacle where really what you're looking for is runs and plenty of them. I know the curator said to me yesterday, oh, easy over 500 on this pitch. This is up in the air, and oh, no ball has been called. No ball called, and now there's a bit of a mix-up. And Simcox eventually is sent back by Richardson. Well, is that the little bit of luck South Africa needs?
Well, there were 750 million Indians who were up here thinking that was out. They didn't really know that the umpire had called no ball. The fielder thought it was out. He wouldn't hear the call with all this noise.
Simcox is a kind of player who loves to get after the spinner, so this should be an interesting contest. And he's played it beautifully. He's punched that off the back foot. No chance for the fielder at deep point. He does pack a punch when he hits it.
He hit that very hard indeed. There is a man square on the boundary, but he had no chance whatsoever of cutting that off. So 4 more to Simcox. And just I don't personally think this partnership is a threat, but I think it's a major irritation right now. That's up in the air and safe.
One just gets the feeling that this could be the over where Simcox is going to have a go at Joshi. South Africa need a couple of big overs. Oh, that smash back. That went like a tracer bullet. Joshi got his hands to it. He had absolutely no chance there. And he smashed it back. There is a man at long off. A good piece of fielding there on the fence. A very good piece of fielding to restrict the South Africans to just a single. Venkatesh Prasad, the fielder.
Again, it's a quick release, isn't it? Pick up half a step almost, and the ball's already on its way back. And that's enough to make the batsman at the non-striker's end, or sorry, the batsman running to the danger end, just say no. The very fact the ball's on its way. The bonus there was right over the top of the stumps as well.
And another single, looking to give himself room, trying to find that gap between deep point and long off. Oh, that's very well played by Simcox. Getting outside the line there and just helping the ball on its way to end the 44th over. 166 for 7. This time it's short, and he spanked it over covers and into the fence for 4. It's a good way to end the over. 46 gone. 180 for 7. This should be another boundary, giving himself room and hitting it over the man at cover.
Great stuff this from Richardson. He knows how important boundaries are. It's just a question of trying to find the areas in the field where you almost predetermine the stroke. And with the behaviour of the pitch, it's very difficult to do that. If you know the pitch is going to behave perfectly, you can maybe pick a slot and look to hit it there. But if the ball's going to come off slowly, makes it very difficult.
This is in the air. He's going to be out caught here. And a very good catch in the end by Robin Singh. So finally, India get the breakthrough. South Africa lose their 8th wicket.
Well, that's the wicket that all India wanted. South Africa didn't need. Great effort from David Richardson. He and Simcox gave their side just a glimpse of a chance until here. And Robin Singh, after a good bowling spell, takes a very good catch as well. Well caught, sir. Richardson, 43 from 66 deliveries. And South Africa, 184 for 8. It's a good time to have to go in and get 22 in 8 balls, isn't it?
Good over this for India. 47 gone, 185 for 8. Captain and the vice captain having a chat in the middle, but this is the scorecard of South Africa. Runs required of 18 balls. And now the crowd cheering every delivery. They can sense an Indian win here, but it's still not over. And he's got the bat goes out of his hand, but the ball stays in Mongia's hands, and he whips off the bails in a flash. So the 9th South African wicket gone, and now victory around the corner for India.
That's about all Pat Simcox could do. He had hit boundaries early in the over, just to set up the rest of the over. It's quite difficult to hit the ball if you haven't got a bat in your hand. There it goes. Well done by Mongia. Well played by Pat Simcox. A great effort, he and Richardson. 46 to his name, but 9 down for South Africa.
He's bowled in. Anil Kumble has bowled Alan Donald's first ball. This is the first time he came out to bat in 1996, and it's not lasted long. So India wrap up this game. A terrific performance by them after winning the toss and deciding to bat. They didn't get a big score, 220, but it was a competitive one.
Just played inside it, played down the Bakerloo. Came down the Victoria, hit the outside of off stump. Donald looks up in surprise. The Indian team know what's happened, and a deserved victory on the night. They played wonderful cricket. I think winning the toss was reasonably important up front, but having done that, I was most impressed particularly with Sachin Tendulkar's captaincy. Having got 220, which wasn't a phenomenal score by any manner of means, and then getting the early breakthrough, he kept the pressure on the South African batsmen by keeping fielders, and plenty of them, in the circle. And that just made the South Africans hit the ball, or look to hit the ball over the top. And that's how we saw Rhodes get out, while we saw 1 or 2 other players get out. So, obviously, the South African players will be disconsolate. They played fantastically in this series. 6 out of 6 to here, but the vagaries of one-day cricket means that you can lose a game at any time, at any place. And they chose the final in Mumbai. The crowd are ecstatic. We'll see flaming torches from time to time now. We'll start to see a bit of smoke envelop the ground, whilst the rostrum is being built up. There are about 150 photographers out there already. So very, very happy scenes here in Mumbai. Or maybe, but for the losing dressing room. But winning is what it's all about. And South Africa's attempt to get to the 220 that they're required to win was, if you look at the very bottom column, left to right, fall of wickets, 19, 29, 49, 60, 84, 92, 96. And that really was the game until Richardson and Simcox gave them a semblance of hope, but that was about all, because as soon as one of them got out, and the fact that the rate was going out and out and out at the same time made it virtually impossible for them to win it. But a brave effort from them both, and a fine effort in the field from India, and some excellent bowling. Kumble 8 overs, 4 for 25. He's done it again. Remarkable man he is. I think he bowled in a good situation, but it's making the most of those situations that makes you a top-class player. Prasad, I thought, was the man who made the major breakthrough early on, the 2 wickets in the first 10 overs that set South Africa back on their heels. A good job done by Robin Singh. India, having won the toss, not at sorts with himself. I don't think he was quite sure whether he was trying to get himself into a test side or do a 1J job. 7 in 31 balls, but Tendulkar came good again, 67 in 88, with a backup from Azharuddin and Dravid, which really did set the innings, not alight, but it certainly kept it going at the required rate for them to set themselves up for a decent total. Then a bit of a collapse, and AJ Jadeja came in and turned it all round. 43 in 42 balls. That took his side to 220. De Villiers, immaculate again, 3 for 32. Klusner took a bit of stick, not for the first time. Alan Donald, just the 1 wicket on this occasion. The pick of the bowlers, De Villiers. Good again from Simcox. And Nicky Boyer also had his moments. Remember, he got hit for 15 in his very last over.
To come forward. Hansi Cronje, you must be very disappointed the way things have turned out after 6 wonderful wins in the build-up to this final.
Yes, all credit to the Indians. I thought they played very well tonight. They got 220 runs, which was maybe 10, 15 too many, and always thought it's going to be very tough batting second on that pitch.
Yes, the toss was vital, wasn't it?
It was very much a win the toss. It's going to be a lot easier batting first and batting second, and maybe we should have just stuck it out a little bit more in the middle there. Although all credit to Kumble and to Prasad, I thought both of them bowled very well.
It must be heartbreaking to have played so well through the series and then just not bring it off in the final.
Yeah, it is very disappointing. I think the guys have put in a lot of hard effort. Obviously played terrifically well in the first 6 matches, and unfortunately we couldn't put it through tonight. But it's got the train smash, not the end of the world. It's got to come back well in the test series.
Yes, that's what you've got to look forward to now, 3 5-day test matches.
Yes, we're looking forward to that, and I'm sure the guys will appreciate the rest, 3 days rest, and then get stuck into the test matches again.
Well, good luck to you for those.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
And a cheque of 150,000 rupees will go to the losing captain, presented by Mr. Bhaskar Bhatt. And now the titan of the match, this particular final, and decided by Mr. John Reid, the match referee, and the 2 managers of the side, Madan Lal of India and Robbie Mazel of South Africa, and for his wonderful bowling of 4 for 25, Anil Kumble. Anil Kumble receives a cheque for 30,000 rupees from the Chief Minister, Mr. Manohar Joshi, and also a magnificent watch, of course. Anil, another wonderful bowling performance, and you end up with 14 wickets from this Titan Cup series.
Yeah, it was very satisfying, and I think the boys really played really well, batted really well, and my job was to just get the crucial wickets, and I think we bowled brilliantly and got the breakthroughs at the right time.
You must be very excited about this win.
Yes, very much. We were looking forward to this final, and beating South Africa in the final was a great win.
Well done, and good luck for the Test series.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And now to the Titan of Titans, the Titan of the series, in other words, and a magnificent prize of 2 fabulous watches and a jewelry set that's going to be presented by Mr. A.L. Mudalia. And the Titan of Titans was decided by a panel comprising of the great Ravi Shastri, the great Ian Chappell of Australia, and myself, and we worked it out on a point system over the entire series, and there were many that came very close. Mark Taylor and Mike Bevan made runs for Australia. Gary Kirsten made over 300 runs. Darrell Cullinan 272. Pat Simcox bowled well and batted very well today. Fanie de Villiers had an incredible economy rate of 3.17. Sachin Tendulkar made the most runs in the series, 320, at an average of 53. Anil Kumble took 4 wickets today for a haul of 14 wickets. But in the end, we decided that the Titan of Titans goes to a man who took an incredible 17 wickets in the series, Alan Donald of South Africa. And Alan Donald will win those watches and a magnificent jewelry set presented by Mr. Mudalia.
Just moment, sir. Just moment. Thank you.
Alan, it's lovely to have all that gold and beautiful watches, but I know you'd swap that any day for the Titan Cup.
Well, that's right. I think nothing could have been more pleasing to have started, well, before the Test series starts, to have started with the first win and winning the Titan Cup, but all credit to India. They played very well today and deservedly were the winners.
People often say that Indian wickets, subcontinent wickets, are made for the spinners, that in one-day internationals the fast bowlers don't do that well. But a great haul of 17 wickets in the series.
Thanks very much. Yeah, things have gone my way. I'm quite happy with the way the ball's coming up at the moment, and hopefully, 3 Test matches to go. I just hope it carries on until the end of the tour.
So does all of South Africa, I'm sure. Good luck to you. And now, I'd like to call the winning captain, who's going to receive 300,000 rupees from the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Shri Manohar Joshi, 300,000 rupees, and of course the Titan Cup. And I'm talking of Sachin Tendulkar of India. Sachin, I know it's going to be absolute chaos and pandemonium when you receive the Titan Cup, so we'll talk to you first. And you must think back to Chandigarh and the closing overs of that very exciting match against Australia, and it was so bad for India at the time. You've got through that somehow, and now you've won the Titan Cup. What a turnaround.
Well, definitely I would say, because I thought all the players fought very well throughout. Things weren't right for us in between, but later stages of the tournament we played very well.
A very good toss to win today.
It was actually, because the moment I saw the wicket, I knew that it was going to play a bit slower later half of the game, and it did.
It seemed to us all that India really lifted their game in every department in this final.
When things go right for you, it happens automatically, so I thought I would give credit to all the boys who fought well.
Well, first of all, go and receive the 300,000 rupees as the winning captain from the Chief Minister.
And now the Titan Cup itself will be presented by Mr. Pervez Desai, the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Titan Industries. The Titan Cup to Sachin Tendulkar.
So quite unbelievably then, rank outsiders, just one match before the final. India winning the Titan Cup, all going to receive medals, and I can assure you that they wouldn't quite have expected that would have happened when they were struggling at Chandigarh. But to me, the moment of the day was the enormous cheer that greeted Hansi Cronje and Alan Donald when they went up to the stage to receive their awards. And I think that was symbolic of the very high esteem with which the South African team is held in India, and the fact that maybe overall South Africa were in fact the best team, but India just pipping them at the post, and there must now be just a bit of a question mark on South Africa getting it right at the big event. Well, I hope you enjoyed our coverage of the Titan Cup right through our journey all around India. We'll of course be back with you for the test matches. That begins on the 20th of November at Ahmedabad, the first match between India and South Africa. We'll bring you that coverage starting at 9:25 on the 20th of November. Till then, from all of us, have a wonderful night.